Welcome to Cackling in the Void.
I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Ashley.
And let's see if the void echoes back today.
We're two best friends diving deeper into the void of nothingness. Just hanging out with us again. Because these are always fun. At least on our end. We have a great time.
Just hanging out again. And Ashley's going to regale us with her story of the geese.
Oh, yeah.
Of the terrible geese.
No. I have photos of this.
I love, first of all, number one, love that it came with photos.
I have two stories that I would like to tell. One of them happened yesterday. The other one happened on Wednesday.
Even better. I love that it happened like twice in 1 week too.
It wasn't
That's
with
crazy.
Geese. The second time wasn't with geese. This happened yesterday at my own expense of my own like dignity.
I love that. That's even better. Are there pictures of that too?
No, sadly, but I made somebody's day, so that's nice. I feel like I do that often. Anyway,
okay, you make my day every day.
Oh. Okay, so I was going to physical therapy. Also, I replaced my screen, protector. Oh, best feeling. Anyway, so I was going to physical therapy, and you've been there.
So no picture? Like, you pulled it up, and then you, like...
I'm getting there. Hold on. Let me set the scene. You're in theater. Let me set the scene. And so then we're sitting there. We got there like a half hour early because traffic. Yeah. And
I love how you put it in quotes because I was like, when you said that, I was like, yeah, that's why you got there 30 minutes early because of traffic.
We left because I tried to leave to give myself like a window of a half hour because I have gotten stuck in traffic, and I'm like, what is happening? Why is there traffic?
Yeah.
Where am I? California? No, actually, no, that's not that bad. But so I get there, and you've been there. You know how my building's like behind us, and then there's like kind of buildings around it. Okay, so this was if we're facing the street, my building's behind us. This was the building to the left. Mm-hmm. And first, they were in front of us. Two geese just like running around and having fun. And then I look over, and one of the geese, I didn't get a photo of this, and I'm upset about it. One of the geese was standing on the trash can by the door of the building.
Yeah, of the entrance.
Yeah, like right there.
Yep.
And I was like, that's fantastic. I love that. And like, what? It was great. The other one was just like walking around. And then they were proceeded to be there for probably 20 minutes, squawking and chasing people that walked by.
I love that.
Like, literally?
Is there a video of them chasing people?
Sadly, no. I know, I should have gotten one. I thought that would have been great. But they were literally just
missed opportunity.
I know. And there was like 10 people. Like, they were really trying to go into this building. Like, people are trying to go in for their physical therapy, like, and appointments. And these geese are just chasing them away from the door. And
I mean, not gonna lie, like, if I saw, like, I have feelings about geese.
If I saw geese, I'd be like, I'm so sorry, I cannot come in.
Yeah, I would have literally called, and I would have been like, I'm really sorry, but there's an obstacle blocking the door, and I'm unable to open it. I know that sounds really bad, but it's just so that they could open it, and then they're like, oh, I see the obstacle, and then they would say, you know what, it's a very rational reason why you're late. Because we would also be late if we saw geese like that.
Yeah. And like, it looked like they're trying to get inside. That one didn't have like an opening door. It was a full door. And I was like, imagine if it was like my building, which has a sliding door. They would have gotten in and just like...
I think that would have been hilarious.
It would have been... Oh, I wish they did that. I thought that would have been so funny.
But also, I feel really bad for those, like, I'm sure that they would just call the maintenance worker, and then you're like, God damn it, I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know.
So that was Wednesday.
Damn.
Yesterday. I don't know if I can... Okay. Yesterday. So we go and we drop off Avery, and then we go and we are like in a different town than we normally are in. And shut up, Haley.
Yep, you're correct. Yes.
And So we go and mail something, and we're like, oh, let's go get some food. And so we're going to try this Mexican place that shows up. And we're like, okay. It was actually pretty good.
Nice.
It was pretty good. I know.
Nice.
Shocking.
Yeah. And I get scared.
And so we're there, and we're eating, and it's great. We got some tamales. I'm so excited. I love tamales.
Yesterday, we literally...
Is it tamales? Am I thinking the right thing?
What are you thinking of?
The thing in the corn husk.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, oh, I'm thinking taquitos. I was like, no,
I got confused about what you were gonna get confused about.
I was thinking, I said the right thing.
So I was like, what else besides me? I was like, what else besides tamales would you be confusing with tamales?
Taquitos. I
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You were saying something.
No, you can finish and then I'll follow up because it has something to do with food. So
yeah, I love that. I like how every time we start this podcast, it's food. So
that's crazy.
And my algorithm is just sushi right now, and I'm so upset about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will stop sending you videos.
Oh no, please continue it because I just love like feasting with my eyeballs. Yeah, it just looks so good.
Anyway, you guys found a Mexican food place that was good. Yeah.
So we found a Mexican food place. I know, and they, kind of, and then we got like a honey toast drink, so it's in the glass bottle. The guava flavor's quite good.
Oh, so good.
It's so good. And so then we are eating and we're finishing up. They're getting ready to like bring us like, to go things, clean up our plates, things like that. Yeah. And this is it's a very like homey feeling, small.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not small, but whatever. Like homey feeling.
Yes.
It's not a sit down.
Okay.
Like it's a sit down, but not what you're thinking.
What?
Like you sit down and there's tables and we can eat, but it's not like a sit down Mexican place.
Okay, because what I thought of was when you were like, oh, it's like a homey place that you can't sit down but can sit down. I thought of like basically you walk in and it's mostly just a counter and like there's like 2 tables, if that.
Yeah, it was like
that's
4
what
tables.
I thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Awesome. Love that for us. Anyway, so then
yeah.
Oh my god. So there's this the waitress was really nice, and then like there's the cook, and then there's like another person.
Yep.
And so the other person, she's like she's like walking over, right? And I take a drink. I didn't see her at this point. And she's like right in front of me. It's fine. I didn't see her. And so I'm taking a drink of my drink, and I don't know what I did, but
I'm sorry. I know you haven't even said it yet.
I know you know what's about to happen, though. And then I, like, go to put the drink down, and I don't know what happens, but it, like, ricochets into my face. She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend. Like, as a joke, like, I didn't mean to offend. My face is, like, dripping because it got everywhere. Looked like I spit my drink when she walked over, but it was like the bottle ricocheted into my face.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And my sister looks over at me and is dying laughing, which is so valid. I was also dying laughing. Mind you, I still have drink in my mouth, and so I'm trying not to die. And so then the waiter walks away and gets me some napkins. And she's like, you know what? That's the best thing that's happened to me all day. That made my day. My name is blank. What's your name? And then we shook hands. I
love that.
I love that. Oh my god. Anyway, that's what happened to me. And I'm not allowed to go out in public anymore.
You know what? I'm surprised that you're still allowed out in public.
I don't know why people take me out of this.
I was like, I'm surprised that they still take you out. It's confusing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's okay, though. When you're with me, it's like the same type of... It's 50-50, you or me. So, although I will admit, I feel like sometimes when we hang out, it's like a 70...
30?
Like a 70-30 chance.
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
And
for
sometimes
the
it's
most part.
we're both doing it and we don't know what's happening.
Yeah. So, that's why I was like, it's just like, it's a thing. It's fine. It's whatever.
You would have been dying on the floor.
I would have been dying on the floor. Yeah, no, I went to this amazing pupusa restaurant yesterday. Oh, God, salivating. So good.
Gosh. That sounds delicious.
Yeah. I was like, it was, like a little hole in the wall. It had like maybe like 4 tables in it. But it was so good. But yeah, it was so good, and like you could just tell that it was gonna be good.
How did you find this place?
Man. Google. I was just like, restaurants near me.
I love that.
But I wanted something cheap, so I think I did like cheap eats on like Yelp or something.
Yeah.
And it popped up, but it was so good, and it's very affordable.
I love that.
But yeah,
I will say that is
good.
probably the thing I miss most about California, except for you, Kaylee. That
the food, yeah, me too.
Yeah, the food.
Me, I live here, and I'm like, yeah, that's so.
I also miss the food, and I can go get some.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like me living anywhere else. Like, when I lived out of the country for like such a long time, like not gonna lie, there was like certain food that I was like, yeah, I really miss this. But I can't get it anywhere else because it's not good and it's not okay to get it.
Literally.
Yeah, like there are certain places where it's like, it's unfortunate, but like you cannot get tacos anywhere because
I don't know where. I
the amount of bad tacos that I've had, and I'm like, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
I'm not okay, and this is not okay, and I'm not doing this again because I hated it so much.
I don't know where it was from, and it's been bothering me. I might know where it's from. But in high school, we had a cafeteria. Shocking. It's more like a cafe, but whatever. And we would have restaurants that would, like, in quotes, like, sponsor us and, like, give us food. And, yeah, we had Chick-fil-A, and because someone's kid went to the school that owned a Chick-fil-A, and so we got Chick-fil-A like, twice a week.
I mean, I was just going to say, the Corporation of Jesus.
That too. And then...
I mean, so that's all I had to say. That's all I was thinking. I was like, I mean, you went to Jesus school.
Yeah, I did.
And so, of course, the Corporation of Jesus would support Jesus school.
Aside, hold on. So then, I know you don't know what I'm going to say. And I know you're not going to really fully... Oh my God, it was so... Okay, stay. So then, we, oh gosh, I think it was... This might have been freshman year. It was either freshman or sophomore year. Because I was friends with... What's their face?
Cool.
So then,
Said cool.
Cool. So then, they... Oh god, they were so good. They had these tacos that were so good. I still think about them. They were so good. They were like $1. I think I walked out and I got 2. Because I was like, that's a normal Ashley appetite meal. I get 2 and a drink. And I think I went back in for like 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, if they're street tacos, why did you only get 2? That's crazy.
They were like pretty big.
Okay. I was like, I'm like 2?
No,
2 is
like
not
3.
enough. 2 is not enough.
I didn't know if they'd be good, and so I wanted to start with 2, just in case I didn't like them.
That's valid.
They were a corn, because I am very passionate. I love corn tortillas. A flour tortilla is for a burrito. A corn tortilla is for enchiladas and tacos. Very passionate about this. Very passionate.
I would definitely agree. The only time I wouldn't is like if it's like a fried shell, then I think I prefer a floured fried shell over a corn fried shell.
Yes, I agree with that. So then,
although no, I mean if it's a tostada, I think I mean I could. I think it just depends
on what the anyway.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I love
semantics now.
I love my tacos with, like, especially soft tacos with, like, a corn tortilla.
Yeah, like they're street tacos.
Yeah, they're so good. Anyway, so then they had them every Tuesday, and then they went up to every Thursday, and I was like, this is the best, like, years of my life. Like, these were so good. I looked forward to them every single week. They were phenomenal. And then they took them away, and I kept asking, like, can you please at least tell me where they're from? I never got an answer. I think I did once. And then I went, and they just weren't the same. And I'm like...
It's okay.
I miss them. It's been like 8 years, and I still think about them.
Probably because you stopped believing in Jesus.
Probably.
So they didn't, taste like sin anymore. I'm so... Sorry. Shouldn't make Jesus jokes like that.
That was pretty funny.
I mean, I feel like our viewers know.
Yeah, it's quite obvious.
I feel like our viewers know that I'm gonna probably make a joke like that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now I can talk about this really quick. See, I'm reading a book on the side. We've talked about this book. I'm on to the 4th book. I finished the 3rd one.
Hell yeah, good for you.
Thank you. And I also just got the 3rd one in the mail, so my set's complete, and I'm very happy about this.
Nice.
Anyway, so I'm reading this book, and oh my god, they, for the first time, kind of bring up the church in it, in book 4. And it's like the churches we go to, but to the extreme. Like, how, like, we think of, like, Christian churches.
So, think of it mega churches?
No.
I was like...
No. To the extreme, meaning, like, it was wild.
So 2 mega churches together that kiss and make a baby?
Yeah, obviously. They, like, have knives and, like, cut the, like, sin out of you. Like, they're cutting people on stage. Like, it was wild. To, like, release the sin and, like, the darkness from you so you can come back to the light, and, like, holding you down. It was wild. But there was
so once again, like,
mega
churches holding conversion camps.
Sick. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Sick. So actually, what conversion camps used to be like.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah.
So I'm reading this, and this is, like, I'm still in it, but, like, 3 chapters-ish so far. Oh, God, I was finishing the chapter last night, and I was squirming, like, out of my skin. I'm like, certain things that this preacher was saying, I was like, and I was like, oh, my, and, like, how the character was like, no, like, don't do this, and they're, like, holding them again. Oh, my God. I was like, oh. It was so much. I was squirming out of my skin. It was awful. It was so great. It was so great, but I was like, no. It was awful.
Well, I love that for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think recently I have not been, like, reading my extra book at all. I've just been so, like, kind of, I don't really want to, I don't want to read books anymore for my own pleasure.
That's not good, Kaylee.
No, I want to read books for my pleasure for the podcast. I just don't want to, like, consume books for, like, my downtime sometimes.
That's so fair.
So, like, honestly, I've just been watching a lot of films. Recently, I finally got around to watching The Whale. Came out a while ago, the Brendan Fraser movie. Really good.
Okay.
It made me feel really uncomfortable about food. And it's really hard to do because I love food so much.
I love food so much.
But yeah, like, it's just like, it's one of those movies that you're like, okay, like, wow, it actually was really, really good. And I don't think that it was overhyped, in terms of it being as good as people said that it was. I was a little, like, worried about it, even though I knew it was an A24 production, so I knew it was probably gonna be like a really solid movie, like, in and of itself. But I was just like, I don't know.
I don't believe you.
Well, no, it's just like it was like, oh, okay, like, the reviews are really good, and I guess I'll watch it when I watch it. It wasn't like I have to watch it now on, like, the, right now, like, when everybody's talking about it. It's just like, I just feel like, actually, like, after watching it and then like, hearing how, like, people were talking about it, it was like one of those things where I was like, I feel like they missed really big points. feel like they missed really, really big points that I'm like, wow, this is kind of concerning. And like,
yeah,
and maybe I just wasn't part of those conversations because I didn't watch it, and so like, you know, obviously I would stay away from more like spoiler type of things.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe that's why, but I'd highly like recommend going and like watching that, because like there are certain things that like just make you like really uncomfortable about like just like life and how people handle things is a really good is a good movie. And I know like people are like, oh yeah, Sadie Sink is brilliant in it. She's really good in it. But the movie is not about her character at all. And so it's like I thought that the movie did a great job highlighting the main character the most with like the other characters that they put in it.
I know the movie, but my brain is like blanking.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah. I don't know if you watched it or not.
I have not, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, it was really good. I'd actually highly recommend it. Yeah, I watched that one, and that one was very good. It was very, very cute.
The description sounds quite sad.
Yeah, like, it was very, very sad, and then, like, the next movie that I watched was actually, like, quite cute. It was cute, but it was also sad. It was a man named Otto. It's, you know, it's a sad old person movie. You know, you watch old people die, it makes it sad, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's a thing. And then, I'm trying to think, there was probably another movie that I watched that I
don't know that you're getting into movies. Not that you weren't into movies before, but you're watching more.
Yeah. Trying to think, like, what was the other movie that I watched? Oh, I did go and watch Marty Supreme. I did watch it. Yeah.
How was it?
It's a man's movie. Like, okay, first of all, okay, when I say that, it doesn't mean that it's a bad movie. It's just,
yeah,
it really, when, like, it's a man's movie. It's like one of those things where it really grappled with, like, the main takeaways and, like, the main themes of it was about the sense of manhood. Like, what is being a man? What is, like, the manly duty to, like, uphold? What are, like, family values according to a man?
Yeah.
And so, like, it was very much a man's movie.
Yeah.
It was still good. It was one of those things where it was like, I liked it. It was enjoyable. It was good. Do I think it was, like, groundbreaking, like they've been saying? No. But also, probably because I'm not a man and I did not relate to the movie the way that these men have related to the movie, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there are certain movies that I have watched that I'm like, oh, like, these are really good movies, but these are, like,
engineered.
These are, yeah, like, these are for men. Like, these are, like the big themes are, like, you know, what is manhood? What is being a man? What is the sense of duty? What is the, like, man's idea of family?
Yeah.
You know? Like, another movie that I thought was, like, was very good, which I mean, I kind of liked more, but, just because I like dark, scary, spooky things, but, like, I liked Him a lot, but that was very much a man's movie. Like, it's just, like, one of those things where it's, like, you know, when there's not a lot of female characters, it's hard for a female to be like, oh, yeah, like, there's female presence in this. And then, you know, when you're talking about Marty Supreme, you're talking about, like, middle of the Cold War era. So think about how women were presented and the time frame that it was in. Of course, this wasn't good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, of course, it makes sense. Like, the women that were depicted in Marty Supreme, honestly, fantastic, phenomenal actors. Really, like, and that's the thing is, like, it is a good movie because the acting in it was good.
Yeah.
like the acting in it was good. So it's like it's not like that.
It's not that it's not a good. It's a good movie. You just didn't relate to it as much as people have been claiming.
It's a
they
good
do.
movie. I just didn't relate to it as much because I'm not a man.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that is what that is. It's I'm not a man, so I didn't really relate to it as much. But I did think that it was a great movie.
I love that.
But yeah, I was like, there's that, and then I think that was like the last most recent movie that I watched, honestly.
I love that. I'm trying to think. I just watched Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension.
Nice. I love that for you.
It's actually a really cute movie. I enjoy it every time I watch it.
I love that.
So we're going on to season 3 of Phineas and Ferb.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's just so formulaic.
I did finish. Okay, I haven't finished it, but I feel like I finished it, and you're gonna hate me for my take on the show.
Okay.
On A Good Place. I'm at the point. Sorry, spoilers. I'm gonna spoil this. So if anybody has not watched The Good Place, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna ruin the ending.
Have you seen the final episode?
I'm okay. I'm like halfway through the final episode, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And that's it. That's all I have to say about it. And it hurts to say it because it was like one of those things I didn't care through the entire 4th season. And I am literally at the point where Chidi is probably like making the decision to go before Eleanor, and Eleanor is freaking out at this point because she's like, oh my god, my love, he's leaving, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, the amount that I care is so little.
Okay.
I don't know why I don't care. I just really don't care. And like, it's just like the whole like build up of the show. Like okay. The characters in the show are very well written, and the characters in the show reflect a lot of real life circumstances and real life depictions of fear and anxiety and, you know, that moral choice of what is right and wrong. Like, how do you be moral in an unjust, immoral world? Yeah. And that's kind of like what I felt like the messaging of the show was.
Yeah.
But like by the time we got to the 4th season, and, you know, we found out that they obviously are not in the good place and that they need to now rearrange the whole, like, afterlife.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden Michael is the king of heaven, and then we, like, wrapped that whole up in one episode, and then we're ending it. And it was, like, sick. The amount that I care is so little.
Was quick.
That I was like, there was so much build up to like this idea that Michael was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here, I'm a demon, I'm never gonna find my place, and then now all of a sudden he's God and nobody really gives a shit, and the reform is so easy, so instantaneous. Like, I was like, we literally, like, watched Glenn be vaporized 4 times for what purpose?
Glenn. Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? And, like, it was just, like, you know, and, like, even, like, when we saw, like, you know, like, it's gonna sound bad, but it was kind of like that idea of, like, the way that they did it was now everybody gets into heaven. You know, there was no consequences. Like, you know, like at the end we see Jason and his dad and Pillboy all together. You know, at the end we see, you know, Tahani and her sister and her parents that love her now. Yeah. All in heaven, and you know they get that happy ending. And then, you know, I did think it was cool that that she doesn't leave into the ether like Jason does, but you know, she gets to become an architect. I thought that was cool. I was like, okay, cool.
Good
like,
for
that
Tawny.
makes sense because literally her character, her whole life's purpose is planning things. So yeah, that makes sense. And you know, like we're at the point where like, you know, Eleanor and Chidi are having like their final date, and I'm like, I can't even get through it because I keep falling asleep. Like I've been falling asleep, and I'm like, I don't care, and I hate that I don't care because I know that you guys love it so much.
Yeah.
And Avery's gonna hate me. Avery's literally gonna call me after editing this and be like, "What the fuck, Kaylee?" But I was like, and also it's like maybe because I haven't finished those last 30 minutes. But like Jason leaving and saying goodbye to
Janet.
Yeah, saying goodbye to Janet. It was like cool. They also already broke up like 8 times, if not more. So like them leaving each other or breaking up means nothing to me anymore because it's happened so many times throughout the series. Once again, like Tahani like going and planning events doesn't really mean anything to me because we've seen her do that the entire time. You know, Chidi now all of a sudden being so secure. We literally got that whole character development in under 5 minutes in one episode at the very fucking end. Like literally his character development was like 5 minutes of like the last episode. When he gets all of the things put into him and he's like, I will figure out the afterlife for everybody.
Yeah.
Me, I was like, don't care. And Eleanor being like, I'm a really shit person, but I can morally love somebody that's good, right? Great, cool. We know that you're a shit person. We've known that you're a shit person. What's the character development? Because there really wasn't anything besides the fact that you were like, wow, I can be a shit person, but I can still learn to love. Sick. Why do I care? And like, I hate that I don't care. But like, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like it was good, and it was a good sitcom, and I think that it did the purpose that it did, but I wasn't like, oh my god, this was like the best sitcom ever, and I can't believe that I never watched it.
Okay.
It was like it was really good.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest, I felt like I could have really gone either way about watching it.
That's fair.
Because for me, it wasn't that good. And like, and that was the thing. So it was like the I know you have different feelings about it.
I do. I love the final episode, and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything because there's still things that happen that I can't.
Okay.
Say yet.
Say.
Yeah.
Does the last like 10 minutes really make a difference? And like the overarching like show of it, because it didn't feel like it would. I know that's honestly why like I literally cannot get through the last 10 minutes of it, and I'm sure that the last 10 minutes of the episode is the most important part. But I just I don't know.
Okay, so they're on their final date right now?
Yeah, like they just walked through the portal. They just walked through the portal into the Greek abyss of some fucking philosopher that they're gonna philosophize together now.
Where they're kind of going around? You wouldn't know what I said if you knew. Okay, so okay.
She's taking him on like this one large date where she's gonna take him to multiple places, and we're still in the first place.
Okay, yeah, that's why I said taking him around.
Yeah, I was like, I'm confused about where she's fucking taking him around to, but it's gonna be all of his favorite places to convince him how much she loves him, and he's still gonna choose to leave because he's fucking ready. And then she's going to be like, well, maybe I want to go too. But then she's probably going to be like, but actually, I want to stay here and be with Michael. So, like, I'm like, I don't really care. because I already feel like I know what's gonna happen. So, like, because I don't think she's gonna walk into the void with Chidi.
We walk into the void every day.
No, but I'm serious.
No, I know.
I think she's gonna choose Michael.
There are certain moments that I think you'll like.
Great. I love that. And it's not that the acting isn't good, because, like, Kristen Bell in it is fantastic.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Loved it. Loved her character. Loved, like, the writing style of it. It's very funny, silly, goofy. Yeah. But once again, the 4th season, I felt really was not well done. And I know that that's, like, probably, like, a really hot take, because everybody probably, like, really loves the 4th season.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
But, I just didn't care. I don't know. You know?
I wish we had more time once they actually got to the good place versus with the experiment. I'll say that.
Like, half of me is like, honestly, like, when they got into the 2nd season and they introduced, like, the middle place.
Yeah.
We spent way too much time there. We spent way too much time there. We spent way too much time in, like, this quote-unquote second, like, experiment. And then we took way too much time trying to get to the judge. And then it was just, like, the pacing of the show overall, I didn't think was that great. Like, the entire arc of the pacing, I was like, it just, like, it felt like those books that we've read where we're like, wow, they describe so much and yet so little at the same time. And that's kind of where, like, I was like, why are we doing this? What are we doing?
Yeah. Season 4, I just sneeze.
Do it that way. Thank you.
You're
leaning towards your mic. Please do it the other way. No. The further away, the better it feels on my ears. Thank you.
I apologize. It ranges between 7s and 8s, and then the last episode's rated a 9.6.
Me being like, it was kind of horrible, and I can't even finish it because I don't care.
That's funny.
No, but it really just is, like, I mean, obviously it's a personal opinion,
yeah.
But, like,
and that's okay.
And it's the, like, I don't know. Like, I do think that the first 2 seasons were the best seasons. I thought the first season was the best season, probably.
How interesting.
Out of all 4, I would say that the first season is the best season.
That's a hot take.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's the only thing that hooked me into the show.
That's fair.
Because, like, and like, once again, like, after the first season, honestly, not gonna lie about this show could have been 3 seasons and, like, 2 to 3 seasons, and I would have been really happy with it. Honestly, I think I would have been really even more happy if it was only a 2-season arc.
Okay. Because, like, with, like, the way that they set it up, it could have only been a 2-season arc and we could have ended it and it would have been really nice. Put a really nice button on it and, like, not have it drawn out for so long. That's fair. And, like, and maybe I think, like, that's, like, another thing that, like, really killed the pacing was it was so slow, and then we're done. That's fair. You know, and I was like, that's also why I'm like, how are people being like, oh, the 4th season is the best? Like, did we watch the same fucking show? I'm confused because them, like, going around and, like the judge going through all of the Janet's, like, marbleizing them, I was like, I don't care. Yeah. And I felt like I was supposed to care. I was supposed to be like, oh my god, they're gonna find the marble before they figure this out and, like, make this big deal with Sean. It was like, by that time, I was like, well, I mean, first of all, number 1, it's a sitcom, so, yeah. Like, plot armor. Number 2, like, plot armor. Number 3, could they fucking hurry this up?
Because literally and also the fact that the judge's decision took 4 episodes. 4 episodes? Bitch, I'm upset the fact that people are like, the 4th season is the best. And I'm like, I would highly disagree. I'd highly disagree.
I thought that was in season 3. Wow, okay, hold on.
The pacing of the 4th season is so incredibly fucked, it is unreal.
I think they spent too much time with the experiment. I wish we had more time them figuring out.
But it was also like, once again, it was like okay, so the judge's decision took like literally 4 episodes. So long. And then we find out that they finally get to reform heaven. They do it in an hour. And then they redesign hell in 2. So like, I you know, and then it's just like a flash of them being like, oh no, we have to fix heaven now too. Once again, done in 30 minutes. And then they've lived, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of years in this paradise that they've built. And then everybody gets their happy ending. Like. And maybe because I haven't watched the last 10 minutes of the series that I'm like, the amount that I care is so little.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you that, like, okay, the last 10 minutes, obviously, we're going to get flashes of Eleanor and Chidi, which we're supposed to care about their love story, but I don't care. And I don't know if I've ever really cared about their love story.
Tell me what you think is going to happen in the last, you probably have about 30 minutes left.
Yeah, and also once again, it's like the pacing of this last episode is dragging so hard that I also feel like that's why I keep fucking falling asleep. I've watched like this like one scene like 6 times and I still don't care.
Yeah, what do you think is gonna happen? So Tahani's already the thingy. Jason's gone. Okay.
Yeah, I think that she's gonna go around and have this beautiful life with Chidi, that like she's gonna like, you know, because like her big thing is she's like, oh, I don't want him to leave, I'm not ready for him to leave. But that is Eleanor's character.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I have to hold on to these things because I have a really big abandonment issues that I so will never ever be able to get over. You know, her whole thing is abandonment issues, and I'm gonna put up such a strong front that I'm never gonna get hurt because I can't love anybody because I'm so mean, and that's her arc. That is her character. Yeah. And as much as I love that, I'm like stale at this point. It's stale, and I'm bored, which is also another reason why I feel like I'm not gonna like get past this point for a second. Which is also why another reason is this 4th season. It took me like 4 months to finish the 4th season because it was that boring to me. Like, it was just the pacing was so off, the pacing was so drawn out, I just didn't care. By the 4th season, I was like, I don't care. I need it to end now. But I think she's gonna go and she's gonna take Chidi through, and Chidi's gonna look at her and be like, we had an amazing life, but this is why you need to let me go, because you are a strong person and you've never needed any of this to love yourself and to love me. You just needed to open yourself up to the possibility of morals. And then they're gonna kiss and she's gonna cry and he's gonna walk into the distance. And then there's going to be some time lapse happening, and she's going to be like, oh, I'm so sad, Michael. And her and Michael are going to be friends. And then it's like, the time lapse, I'm assuming, is not going to take that long for her. I think the time lapse maybe will be like a couple of days before she like decides to I don't think she's going to disappear into the ether. I think she's going to become like a bad place architect or something. Like, I just don't imagine she's going to really leave. And it's not like she can become Janet. So, like, you know, and or she's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna live in like the medium place for the rest of my life, or, you know, because she has to punish herself for the scorn of not being able to be abandoned or whatever the fuck her thing is. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how it's gonna happen probably.
Okay. Report back to me.
Great. You know, and here's the thing is, even if it's like the, oh yeah, Chidi, you're right, and now we're holding hands and we get to walk off into the ether together, like, cool. But, like, I also didn't care about their love story because of the way that they set it up. Like, I immediately, like, I know this sounds really bad, but I immediately kind of stopped caring about their love story when they got into the medium place, like, the second time, after she had already told Chidi that she had seen all of these previous visions of these people falling in love. Like, and that's the thing, is it's like I really kind of hated that part of the show. Was like the like they like built this up about like, oh, she's falling in love with him and she never thought she could because she's such a morally bad person. And I'm like, is she though? Like, actually, like, if we look at Eleanor and like who she is as a person, and they're like making her out to be this like monstrous, like horrible, the worst person in the world, the embodiment of fucking Satan. And I'm like, to be quite honest, she's not really that morally black.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
Like, she did shitty things.
Of course, but we all do shitty
exactly.
things. And, like, here's the thing, is it's not, like, it's one of those things where it's, like, she idolized Chidi for so long about how moral of a person he was. And, you know, we watched him literally let fear and anxiety rule his life. And then him grow up thinking that him giving a talk about morally why his parents should stay together kept his parents together. Like, how delusional are you? Like, actually, to like, believe that your whole life.
Yeah.
You know, and, like, this person that she, like, idolizes is, like, not even a moral person. Because they can't actually use any of that theory in real life because they are so scared of living their life.
Yep.
And yet she idolized him through this entire experience, and me being like, still didn't care. I'm sure that by the end of this, she's going to have some sort of self-realization, be like, wow, I'm not as bad of a person as I could have been, and, like, I really am, like, my own person, and I love myself. I'm like, great, fucking finally, because nobody gives a shit at this point, because we literally waited 4 seasons for you to say that, like... But also it's like we've waited 4 seasons for this version of Eleanor to say it, but we've seen like flashbacks and like, I don't know, like things of her saying it in multiple different versions. And I think like that's the thing is like for me, I'm like, I don't really care about their love story because we saw it in so many different versions that by the time that it started happening in this timeline, I didn't care. Because it felt like a very disingenuous connection because it seemed like you were just going on a relationship due to your past experiences. It seemed like they didn't make that choice. It just seemed like that was the pattern. They didn't make any choices. They fell into the pattern of behavior that their already like personalities put them in. So it's like by the time it started happening, I was like, I don't care. Cool. Yeah, great. We already knew this. And then like Chidi's whole thing about like, oh, I don't actually love you. And then being like, I saw so many versions of myself and now I really do love you. Fuck. Like, Cool, bro. So cool. Once again, you don't actually love her. You're doing it off of past experiences. And the security of that somebody is there with you. Sick. Like, and that's the thing, is like, it's like the, oh man, I don't really care. Also, like, I hate how many times, like, Jason and Janet broke up, because by the time they got together in The Good Place, half of me was like, wait, when did they get back together?
Yeah.
Because they broke up when she started, like, the medium place experiment and had Derek babies.
I was like, all the Derek babies.
So, like, when did they get back together in that time frame?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you guys getting back together and then breaking up again, I was like, cool, sick. I honestly thought that you guys were broken up when he was in heaven, so.
Yeah. I will say, what's her name?
Tahani?
No.
Janet?
Yes, Janet. Her actor. Darcy Carden.
Mm-hmm.
Does a phenomenal job. Especially when...
I think Janet is a great character. I honestly think that Janet is the best character probably in the whole series. To be quite honest.
And especially when she
has the most character development.
Yeah, she does.
Like, actually, she has the most character development and the most growth, and actually has some of the most human moments in the entire series comparatively to all of these humans around her.
Yeah. I think Michael also has pretty good development from season 1 to season 4.
I would challenge that.
Let me finish my thought first. Let me finish my thought first.
Yeah.
But her acting, I saw an interview on it too, when she has all of them into the void and they're all Janet and she's acting out every single person. Phenomenal. Like, she does a great job with that. Yeah. And I've heard her saying, like, oh, like, that was the hardest thing to shoot, because it's like you have to watch them do it. And she's like, I've been watching them for years to do it, but, like, really watch them to learn their little mannerisms that they do, and, like, how they talk certain ways, and, like, and she's like, it was hard. But I thought that she did a phenomenal job.
As an actor, like, she did a phenomenal job. And, like, here's the thing, is, like, I'm not saying that this is a bad series because the acting was bad.
Oh, I know
I'm not saying that.
I know you're not.
I'm just saying.
I just wanted to say I love that episode because of her acting.
Yeah. I like phenomenal job. Like, here's the thing: is like there was great acting in it. Yeah. But also, no, I don't think that Michael had that much growth.
Really?
Yeah. Tell me why you think he did. I'm serious. Tell me why you think he did.
Going from season 1 where he's a demon to, like, slowly learning how to, like, oh, this is how not to do that, and, like, learning to actually, like, care for them.
No, because he always cared. He cared from the very beginning.
And not torture them.
But
like,
here's
care
the
from
thing.
them in a way, because I feel like in the beginning he was caring for them in a selfish way because he wanted to show that he was right, versus, like, then, like, learning that he cared for them.
I don't think
throughout, like, caring for them, not for himself.
So here's the thing. This is why I'm like, I don't really think so. This is why I feel like Michael didn't have as an extreme of a character development. And I understand the idea of being like, oh, well, the label of demon versus angel is very drastic. Right? Yeah. Like, we can all agree that those are, like, polar opposites. No, because what's me? What is the other demon? She does a fabulous job. She's
Vicky?
An Indian woman. Yeah, Vicky. Vicky also fantastic demon. Loved her.
Yeah.
Vicky proved in season 4, Vicky proved that you actually cannot be a good demon without personally and in-depthly caring about somebody so much that you would know everything about them. So the answer is no, he's always cared about them. You see what I'm saying?
I don't remember the scene you're talking about.
So there's this time where they're like, oh, well, we need to simulate a way for these people to, like, earn Jesus points. like to earn heaven points, you know, and we got to simulate these like scenarios of torture, like by these demons to help them be better. Yeah, you know. And one of the things that, like, one of the scenarios that Vicky did was extremely similar to a scenario that Michael already did in one of his experiments. Correct? That was bringing Tahani's sister there and then being like, oh, pitting them against each other. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now if this happens, if the tables were turned? You know? And once again, I really think that you cannot do that without deeply knowing and caring for somebody. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so therefore, I would argue that Michael did not have as big of a character development because he's always cared. He's always deeply cared about these people, because not only that, is he handpicked these four for this experiment. That means that he sifted through millions upon millions upon millions of people that died for this very, very specific experiment. So he's been with these people for ages. He's always cared about them. He wouldn't have picked them if he didn't care.
Well, he does say that he picked them because they were the perfect ones to pin against each other.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing, is once again, great things to pit against each other, but because he cared, once again, I'm gonna keep using the word, because he cared about them, that's why he kept them together. Because here's the thing, is like, you could pick any fucking philosopher.
Well, yeah. I think he's starting to care.
You could pick any philosopher. You could pick any of this person. But yeah. But because for millennia, he could have switched them out at any time, but he didn't.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think in season 1 he cared for them for himself for the experiment. Starting in season 2, he starts caring for them, and we see that with the train track thing.
Once again, he's always cared. So to me, think that caring is not a big enough, like, character development, because he's always cared. So if that's the reasoning about why he had such a big character development, I would say no, not really, because he's always cared. Like, that's like that for me. I'm like, no, he didn't really have like that crazy of a character development because he's always cared. Like, why do you think he stole Janet? Because he didn't care?
I mean, in the beginning?
Because he didn't care about his, like, personal experiment that he wanted to work out so personally bad?
I'm not saying he didn't care in the beginning. I'm saying that he cared for his own personal stuff.
See, and then I would definitely argue no, because once again, you cannot torture somebody so in-depthly without knowing them. Yes, and, like,
I agree with
honestly,
that.
I'm not going to lie about it. The person, like, the people that love and care for you the most are the people that can hurt you the most.
Yes,
those are the only people that can hurt you the most. Yes. Because strangers on the street will never do that to you.
No, I agree with that.
And that's why, once again, I'm going to argue that this man cared about them through the entire time. Because, once again, we're sitting at that place of he really did love and care for them the entire time, because you wouldn't be able to do most of the things. You know?
Fair. And I agree with your point of people that love you can torture you the most. I mean, that's so true. Yeah. I'd have to rewatch the show, I guess. I'm like trying. I really haven't. I haven't seen it since you and I started watching it.
You know.
Yeah. But I do think Janet went through a great character arc.
Yeah, and once again, I will say Janet is my favorite character.
I love Janet.
She did the most character development, and she's a brilliant actress, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it's like one of those things where it's like I'm not saying that in the show that the acting was bad, because it's not, like, that's not what I'm arguing. I'm just
I know you're not.
Overarching of the show and of the writing and things like that. It was not my favorite sitcom ever.
That's so fair.
You know, it was it was just like, it is what that is. But I would argue that Janet has has actually the only type of character development in the entire show. Is the only character that actually develops.
Interesting.
Is Janet. Actually, though, like literally, I'm probably will stand on that hill because I just, once again, I think that Michael always cared. You know, I think Eleanor will always acknowledge that she's a shitty person and will never really change and not necessarily be not as shitty. Because even good people can make shitty decisions.
Yes, I agree.
I also think that, you know, Chidi will once again always hold on to that idea of philosophizing of, you know, now we're at the train impasse again.
Yeah.
You know, about I'm gonna basically like philosophize my way into nothingness, which is what he's always going to be doing, which is what he's always done. So, you know, I'm not surprised. You know, Jason played Bortles until he died and played Madden until he was successful. Good for him. I'm glad that he had a great life, you know. Tahani's planning events for the rest of her life. That's great, because that's what she's always wanted to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, like by the time we got to this point, I just don't care. I just don't care because that's, you know, that is the entire show and what it has set up for the entirety of 4 seasons. But also I thought the 4th season's pacing was trash. Trash. And the fact that people are like, the 4th season is the best season, I am like, I don't know, guys. Maybe I fell asleep. And I like maybe wasn't really watching it all that much or something, because like I didn't care.
Yeah,
so that's my take on it. You know. What are you doing?
I'm
texting Avery right now?
No, I'm looking up to see where it ranks.
Are you texting Avery right now? You're gonna be like, you're gonna need to yell at Kaylee early tomorrow. when you edit this video, you're gonna be so upset.
People like season 2 a lot. Season 2 seems to be the season 1 and season 2 flop. Then season 4 is normally the 3rd one. Yeah. Season 2 because of fast pacing, so many critical moments, and Michael's arc from being superior being to solver of trolley problem. Oh, and Rhonda, blah blah. All the production skills were also really showcased. 3, loved the dynamic of the bad place, finagling, loved building each character's backstory, loved Eleanor's journey, her own psyche, and discovering blossoming Eleanor Jeannie's relationship. Of course, Janet.
See, once again, I don't think that the 3rd season really did all that much. Me. That is like, that's it.
Season 4, not as crisp as 2 and 3. Still several high spots, including Michael setting bad Janet free to try to be better today than he was yesterday.
Yeah.
And I did like that scene. There was no answer, but Eleanor's the answer. I'm like reading this to like not spoil. And the entire finale, unfortunately, this season also had the most disappointing episode, Patty.
Which one was that?
I don't know. Patty?
But also, I mean, I would agree that this season was the most disappointing. For sure.
Most disappointing episode? What episode's Patty? Patty. It's the episode where they arrive into the good place. And Phoebe's there from Friends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, once again.
Yeah.
I also like, and that was the thing, is when they were discovering that the good place wasn't all that good, I didn't give a shit.
Yeah. I
didn't give a shit. Also, like, where did all those good place architectures go? Like, did they just disappear into the fucking ether? Like,
I have no idea where they went.
How did that work? Like, very confused. Also, I mean, I kind of like that the doorman got tired of his frogs.
Yeah.
He loves so frogs. But he was kind of getting upset that people only gave him frogs, it seemed like. Yeah. And I was like, damn, sir.
So it's typically 1 or 2. then 3, or sorry, then 4, then 3.
Yeah.
And you can see a couple 4s in there at the top.
Yeah, the answer is no. What was your favorite season, actually?
I do love season 2. I think season 2 is fun. I think season 3 had some high moments.
Yeah.
I think season was so I think each season had some high highs, but then my favorite. Probably season 2 would be my favorite.
Makes sense.
I think.
See, that's the thing, is it's like honestly, I just didn't care. Like, by
I will say, I like watching season 1 with someone that's never seen it before. That's fun. Because of the reveal at the end. And like when you rewatch it, all of like the little tiny things, you're like, huh. Odd.
Yeah.
So I will say I like season 1 for like, especially on a rewatch, like seeing all the, because again, I know that we're big on foreshadowing.
Yeah,
so like,
seeing all the foreshadowing and all that stuff.
Season 2, yeah. Yeah, season 1's brilliant. The plot twist and the finale is perfect. Season 2 as well. And then season 4 finale makes me cry. I love the entire show. Season 2.
I love that for you.
Season 2, season 2, season 2, season 3. Season 2.
So did you care? Did you care a lot when you watched when you watched like the finale?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it like a big deal? That like they like went off and like chose their own ways?
I also have a lot of nostalgia tied into this.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Like maybe I just watched it at the wrong time. I was like, I don't care.
Because I watched that on like a Disney cruise, not Disney cruise, whatever cruise. I watched it on a cruise with my brother, and like we kind of watched it because we watched it as like season 1 ended, I think.
Okay.
And so then we kind of got to watch it like as it was premiering, and then season 4 came out in COVID. And so like, and then at that point, and then at that point, my brother didn't watch it with me, and I was just kind of like watching it by myself because he was like, "No, we'll watch it later." And I'm like, "I'm done waiting for you."
Yeah.
I was like, "I want to watch this," and so I watched it, and so, but it was nice, like little art because also I had, but it was a nice little closing thing because it was in COVID. Certain things were happening, and it was a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
I cared a lot, and there's a moment that I think you're gonna like.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: is like, there's not like there like sure like there's gonna be good moments, but I'm like, it just because there's good moments doesn't mean I'm gonna care.
That's true. I'm excited to talk to you about some. I have to wait till the end because I can't. But there's something that happens.
I'm
sorry
that I haven't watched like the last 10 minutes. It's just literally I stopped caring and I was like, I don't even know if I want to finish it because I don't. Like, I mean, I know I am going to finish it because I am one of those people, but like...
Yeah. I can't... If you have the same reaction about Black Sails, the way I'm going to come on you so hard. Be like, no!
I mean, it's just like one of those things where it's just like the... yeah, and then I'm going to be like, okay, Ashley, because here's my list. Because once again, I'm like, I don't think that Michael had that big of a character development. I think that, like, I just didn't... The thing that I really hated was that like Michael stopped trusting himself by the end of it. You almost saw where he like was like very much like I can only trust Chidi. I can only trust Eleanor. And I don't trust myself anymore because my opinion is no longer morally correct. You know? And I hated that. And I was like, okay, well, once again, we're looking at, like, the confidence issue.
It's like you can love someone so much and lose yourself. We've talked about this in the... You can love somebody so much you lose yourself. So much that you lose yourself.
And I felt like that's, like, honestly, like, Michael, like, didn't have that big of a character development because he always cared about them. And then now he cared about himself, like, cared about them so much that he lost himself.
I'm curious to see what you think about the ending. When you finish it.
I'm probably gonna say the same thing. Be like, cool.
Oh yeah, no, probably, but I'm curious.
Still
to
think
see.
that he didn't have that big of an arc, and I just like once again, it's like you're seeing the system be rebuilt, and literally like first of all, the entire buildup was 4.5 fucking seasons, and you ended it in an episode. You could have done that way fucking earlier, and then we could have, like, I don't know, had bigger development. And so instead of, you showing us flashbacks of why we should care about these characters, we could actually see them going through that and maybe care. Instead, it was all about these flashbacks of why we should care about people.
I wish season 4, the, like, experiment with the other people. Mm-hmm. Like Brent and stuff.
Yeah.
Was shorter, and then the episode Patty, which is like when they're actually in there and like trying to figure all that shit out, was longer. So like they kind of like, I kind of liked that. So then we had more time. Like, oh fuck, like it is still fucked. Like we got here and we're still fucked.
Yeah, it's just like once again like reformed hell in a day, reformed heaven in 30 minutes. Like cool. That's it. End of series. Yeah. And it really is. And that literally is. Like, they finished it, they fixed it, and now literally it's end of series because I feel like they lost it.
I am glad that they didn't
they were
keep
like, oh
going.
Shit, where do
if
we
I remember
end it?
correctly, they wanted to, like, not the creators, but like the
studio.
Thank you. Wanted another season, and they said no, we're done.
Oh yeah, because literally I was like, where are we going? Because once again, I felt like you should have ended it season 3, season 2, because by like season 4, I'm like, we're just beating a dead horse. Literally. The pacing is off. The storyline is at a mute point by now. And I don't care anymore. And that's where it was. I really just don't care, and I know that I should. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just saying that I personally.
I mean, now I'm scared for you to watch Fox Sales, but I think you're gonna like it.
No, but here's the thing: is like I don't know. I will like it.
I think you're gonna like it because
I feel like I'm gonna like it because it's not a sitcom.
Yeah, it's not a sitcom. You're not gonna.
It's like here's the thing: is it's not that I hate sitcoms. It's just like
they're not. And I also am not a sitcom person, really.
Like,
I am much more give me like the dramatic everything.
Like I did watch and finish Schitt's Creek recently as well, and I was like, honestly, like it was good and I really liked it, and there was like some big takeaways that I think that is like absolutely fantastic and I agree with, and I thought that the character developments were really slow. Mm-hmm. Really slow.
I have not seen this show. I've seen like 2 episodes because
still were good, and I like the way that it ended.
I feel like it's also,
it's also
hard
like,
to end a sitcom because sitcoms are very formulaic.
Yeah. I think Schitt's Creek was like ended well, and I did enjoy it, and I thought it was cute, and I thought it was funny. And like I can understand that like when it was coming out why it was so big. And it's like the same thing I can say like for The Good Place, like I could understand why it was like when it was coming out it was so big, but I just like, it's like one of those things where it's like I guess I'll watch the end of The Good Place and come back, but right now I think I liked Schitt's Creek more than I liked The Good Place.
That's fair.
In terms of sitcoms. But my favorite sitcom will probably always be The Office.
I love that for you. I've tried so hard. I just don't like the comedy.
It is one of those things where I think like this kind of ties in once again to like that nostalgia feeling of like when I was watching it when it was actually
you watched it as it came out.
Yeah, I was actually watching it when it came out. And just like, you know, like that special like bonding like experience and like having like that nostalgia for it.
Because I know that I have a good a majority of my friends are like The Office is the best, and I'm like, I couldn't get it.
Yeah, and also like I understand that nowadays, The Office would be canceled.
Oh, absolutely. And there are certain clips where I'm like, that's pretty funny. But
there are things that are like, you're like, damn, not.
Yeah.
That was not good, and that did not age well.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Because I watched all of season 1 and like halfway through season 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, I tried so hard. I'm like, I want to like this because everybody likes this. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not your humor, then it's not your humor. It's kind of like, you know, it is what it is. You know, I do love The Office. I love Parks and Rec. I thought it was great. I think those are, like, for me, like, my biggest sitcoms. Like, How I Met Your Mother was whatever.
Yeah.
Got bored. And then I've never watched Friends. So I know people get really upset when I say that.
I've seen it.
When I say I've never watched Friends, but I've never watched Friends, and I know like it's on the list. Okay, guys, I'm watching through a bunch of sitcoms, so it's okay.
I feel like I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Okay, guys, like it's cool.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just one of those things where it's like if I have a choice, I'm not gonna watch a sitcom. Oh. Yeah. Not speaking of sitcoms, but I don't know if I've mentioned it. I watched this horror movie called Bring Her Back.
Ooh,
you need to watch it. It was so good. It's A24. Obviously.
Of course it is. Yeah.
You know. An A24 movie, I think it was released last year, or maybe like 2024. I can't remember. Okay, so it was last year. You need to watch it, Ashley.
That one?
Yeah. I was like, I don't even need to know. It's just like a small little bald kid. Yeah. Really good.
Really?
Like,
maybe we'll watch that tonight.
Really good.
Oh,
I don't know if Avery will be okay with this movie. Was Avery okay with Midsommar?
Yeah.
It's like Midsommar, but like cranked up.
Okay.
So more.
Midsommar was wild.
You're gonna need me.
Midsommar was wild. I've seen that movie like 3 times.
Movie. Because I loved it.
I love that.
I loved it. It was really, really good. And honestly, I wish I would have watched this in theaters. Like, it's one of those movies where I was like, damn.
I really haven't seen that many horror movies in theaters.
I should have watched it in theaters because it would have been so good.
I've seen
in theaters. Like, with the surround sound.
Ugh. See, I need to see more horror movies in theaters. I've only seen, I think, 3 horror movies in theaters. Like, I have not seen... I know!
Okay.
But my friends that I watch horror movies with are like, no, we have to watch it at home. I'm like, okay.
Why?
I don't know. But that's
why. I mean,
but also my dad
there are some times where, like, I will admit, sometimes watching horror at home is better because... I mean, also, okay, I am weird about when I watch horror, because I will only watch horror in theaters at certain times. I will only watch horror in theaters as a matinee, or the last showing of the night of a horror film.
How interesting.
Why? Because I will, if I am sat by some teenage fucking girls, I will fucking stab myself in the goddamn face. I will not be okay. I will not be okay if they're shrieking before any of the scary stuff happens. I will not be okay if there's already screaming next to me when like the opening scene is happening and like there's really nothing going on.
Yeah.
I will that's the one time when I'm like, yeah, no, like valid. There are certain horror films that like I wouldn't want, like, that I'm like, it just depends on who's sitting next to me. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a good horror like watcher and you're not like I'm okay like this is me. I'm okay with some scream and some gasping.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with the gasping because I know
I
even at
gasp
home,
a lot.
I gasp. Also,
Dude,
yeah,
oh my God.
this movie, like you're gonna watch it. I literally, there was a lot of times where, oh my God, like,
Me all the time. I felt
it was so
happening.
good because all I did was gasp and say, oh my God.
I was watching. I do watch parties with like my little Discord group.
Yeah.
We're normally on mute because we're watching something. There's background noise. Whatever.
Yeah.
There was this one time that something happened and I wasn't on mute. And I went, "Oh my God!" Bro, we love how passionate you are. I'm like, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you like how passionate I am because.
Yeah, because it is really good. It's like one of those things where it's like the, you know.
But also, I know that I am a movie chatter, and I know, like, there's times where I'm like, okay, I need to calm down. But there's, like, times where I'm like, because I will go, oh my God, and then I'm like, did you see that? Like, what is happening? I'm like, Ashley, you need to calm down.
Yeah.
You're also watching the movie. And I'm like, so I know that I do that a lot.
Yeah.
But also, I'm also one of those people that, like, I like hearing people enjoy things, and so it's like if you're doing that and you really like, okay, we need to dissect this scene really quick. We could pause it, talk about it, continue. You know, it's like I'm very much that person. I will also say I was very lucky to grow up with my father in the sense that he is really into movies, and so we basically had a movie theater in our house. So we had the surround sound, we had the blackout curtains, we had one very comfy chairs, and we had a big screen, and we were able to watch it in 4K with surround sound in that
That's
room.
nice.
So that was really nice. There were some times where we watched it downstairs because my dad was in there, but we got the theater experience without it being the theater.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
So I did see, what's it called? I saw one of the Conjurings in theaters. I saw...
Yeah, those are good movies to see.
The Quiet Place 2 in theaters. Not 1. 2.
I have issues
All I remember
with that
from...
series.
The only thing I remember from seeing that movie in theaters was... It was in the very beginning when they're running from... I don't even know where. They're running from the building.
In the Quiet Place 2?
In there. Yeah. Because the creature's in there or something.
Yeah.
They're running.
Yeah, as she's like holding the baby and like bleeding out. Yeah.
No, not there. Not yet. I think it was the son. Don't quote me on that. When he's running and then his leg gets stuck in the trap.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, but I was just
in the woods. When they're in the woods.
Yeah, they're running and then his legs get stuck, cut on the trap, and then like he screams. I remember going, I don't know why.
I love
the
that.
only thing that I remember.
I love that you were like, I immediately was like, sorry.
Because I went, oh my gosh. Lame.
Yeah, it's like I'm so sorry. I did not mean to immediately laugh at that.
It caught me off guard, and so I was like, "Oh my God!" And then I was like, "Wow, that would hurt." But
I don't know. So I had big issues with that whole series. I didn't love it, obviously. Obviously I didn't love it. I didn't watch the third one, which is like the origin. Yeah, it's like the origin story of it.
No, it tells you I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, it was. You know,
I need to finish The Conjuring. I haven't seen...
Oh, I actually watched the last Conjuring movie as well.
Let's see. What have I seen?
See, this is what I mean. I could watch so many movies. I'm like, oh, what movies have I told you that I watched recently? Yeah, no, Bring Her Back. You need to watch that. Like, you need to. It was really good. Really good.
I know
Highly
that this isn't a
recommend.
full list, because it says I've only watched, like, 52 horror movies, and I know that's wrong, but... The Conjuring.
Yeah, no, see, I don't keep a list of all of the ones that I watched, because I've watched so many, it's hard to, like...
That's why it's like, I made this list years after I, like, started watching horror, so I know that I'm missing some.
Yeah.
But I was like, it'll be fun.
I actually watched the last Conjuring, and it was...
There's all the Saw movies.
It was okay. I think it was a good button on the series. Yeah, because, like, it's technically... the last one that they did is like openly like the last
the
case
Devil Made
that
Me Do
they've
It?
ever did. No. That's the second to last one.
Oh, okay. So I
The
haven't seen
Devil
that
Made
one.
Me Do It is actually The Devil Made Me Do It is a very in and of itself is like just like a very interesting story to talk about because it did happen, obviously.
I have not seen that. I remember
it is based off of true events.
Went without me.
Lame.
And I know. And then they told me not to go see it because there's a lot of shaking in it. And that was it.
Oh, actually.
And now I can see these type of things, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I love horror, but I had a big
I don't
trick.
think you would have been able to see it in theaters. I think
So
you
that's
could watch it at
another
home.
reason we didn't see a lot of horror movies in theaters because there is a lot of
true.
shaking.
You probably
and,
shouldn't watch
and like
horror
back when
and a lot of shaking, a lot of like flashing lights, and
so
you know,
it was
heavy
the thing.
breathing.
But now
Also,
I'm a lot better, but I could watch it.
You might not be able to watch the last one
Why?
because there is actual seizure.
That's fine. I've seen movies with them now, and I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, because there is actual
when I was
stuff.
Thank you for the heads
like
up.
that.
I appreciate the heads up.
Yeah.
But back when I was like,
I'm
watching
sorry. Like
these,
sometimes I have to like think about it and be like, oh yeah.
this was like
me. I was like anything with ocean, no. Anything with shaking, no.
Yeah, I know. It's like you have the list right. These two things just give her a heads up.
Yeah.
Because now it's just like give me a heads
You
up.
know, I know that it's better. I just like I'm trying to like I'm trying to be better so that I'm more aware of it because I'm like, oh, obviously it's great.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. You know, maybe Primate isn't a good one for you to see. No, technically, you know, you could watch.
I
that
could see
one,
Ocean. Like the Ocean wasn't nearly as bad as Shaking. Shaking was such a deeply rooted.
It's just like one of those things where it's like, yeah, you know,
I've gotten a lot better. I've been able to see watch things with Shaking, which is kind of
because
I was like
the last one. The last one actually, I think has multiple in it.
Okay. Because I remember I was like watching things, and like normally like when I saw Shaking, I'd like close my it got to a point where once I had to like walk out of the room, and then it got to the point where I was like, okay, I just cover myself with like a blanket. Then it's okay, just like look away, and then it got to a point where like I was watching something and someone was shaking, and I was just like watching it, and then it happened again, and I went, oh my god, like I'm watching this and not looking away, and then it kind of kept happening because things, people shake, it happens, and then I was like, oh, like wow, look at me, I'm like watching these things and I'm not like panicking about it.
Yeah, and I mean it's just like things to like think about, but
exactly.
no, it makes sense. It makes
that,
sense actually why you've never seen, like why you haven't seen a lot of horror in theater, because you don't actually know if any of those like larger triggers are going to be there, which is also like why a lot of people don't watch horror in general.
I love horror. I just have a lot of triggers.
Because people, have a lot of triggers, and they have like are very much like this is not okay.
And it's like horror, because like when I'm watching things, I can very much like I'm okay. It was primarily just shaking that I was like, ee. And like I said, that's just such a deeply rooted trauma for me.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. And
it's
so
something to be aware of.
Exactly. Right. And like horror.
And Bring Her Back too.
Has one. Okay.
Yeah. Me. all of the movies that I've recommended, actually, all are kind of close by the ocean. All have shaking in it. All have really big flashing lights in it.
The flashing lights I don't really
care about. Just be aware.
Yeah. But it's the flashing lights I've never cared about, because when
it doesn't matter. But like, just like, I know that sometimes that like in certain strobe scenes, it may look like people are shaking because of the way that the lights are flashing, even though they're not. So it's just like something like for that I like, throw out there just because I don't know.
I appreciate it. And it's like one of those things where it's like, I think it's always like, it's something that like I could watch now. It's like, obviously like my body's like, not like wow, but it's like I can watch this and I'm not panicking. It's just and I mean I watched it to the point where I wasn't even acknowledging it. I was like, look at me go, because I remember it. We've talked about it where like I watched, was it Frankenweenie? And I hated it because like it was so scary to me because they were shaking in it. It was
there is
the dog's legs shake under the blanket for like 10 seconds when he's I mean it was that bad. It was bad. Yeah,
you're right. I guess.
Are you holding an orange?
Yeah, sorry. I have a snack. I have a snack that I'm touching, and I brought like a little tangerine in my room.
I love that
to
for
have
you.
Snack.
But yeah, it got to the like.
Yeah,
it was bad.
and trying not to
that was
squeeze it in my
when
hand.
did that come out? Hold on.
Frankenweenie came out forever ago.
It was a while ago. Frankenweenie, 2012.
You were a small child. I think I was in high school.
Yeah,
I think I was in.
So that was 8
You were
years
a
after
small
the,
child.
I was tiny.
Yeah.
Because I was 8.
Yeah.
But my dad couldn't figure out why I was so scared. He's like, it's not really a scary movie. Like, why are you so scared? And I was like, I don't know. You're shaking. You're shaking.
It is a scary movie.
Yeah.
It's
but it was like
black and white.
To the point where it was like, that's weird. Because I was like sobbing. Like, it was really bad.
Yeah, but like, now you know.
Now I know.
These aren't like necessarily like big things anymore. Just things to be aware about.
And I appreciate it.
How did you feel about the Quiet Place series? Did you like it? I'm gonna veer back about why.
Yeah. We kind of got side tangent.
Yeah, about Ashley's triggers.
Now you all know.
Yeah, actually, how were you able to watch the first one?
The Quiet Place?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it got to, like, when I was watching horror movies,
because the little girl shakes in it.
I don't even remember, but like, I'll just like look down. Like, I used to just look away.
Okay.
And then it was really funny.
Anyway,
I'd look away, and my friends would narrate
Did you
what's
like
happening.
The Quiet Place? Do you remember it enough to be like, yeah,
no, I really don't. I just remember
I didn't like it. So
I remember that they
my
went
opinion,
into, like a thingy and fell in the corn.
Yeah, the corn silo.
That's all I remember. That I remember her stepping on the nail and giving birth silently, and I went, "Good for you, man. That sounds awful."
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, she does scream because they make noise, but wild.
I don't know how you could have a baby and not do that.
Oh, I know.
So
That's what I remember.
So here's the thing: is like when I first watched it, I actually watched it in theaters. When I first watched it, I missed the first 15 minutes of the movie. We were late, and we got in
the beginning. Have you seen the beginning then? At all?
Yeah, I'm getting to it.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Did not watch the first 15 minutes, finished the movie, thought it was the most, I was like, afterwards, I was like, wow, this horror movie is so amazing. I loved how much, like, it was so up to your decision. It was so up to, like, this, like, you didn't understand, like, blah, 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 like this, and blah, 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 like, it was so good. Like, I thought, like, the cliffhanger was great, the emotional suspension about like what was going on and blah blah blah. It was really good. Watched the first 15 minutes and I was like, never mind. Everything that I said was absolute garbage because the first 15 minutes negated everything that I've ever said about the movie, because literally the first 15 minutes said everything that you needed to know, and all you had to do was watch the first 15 minutes and you watched the entire series. Period.
I don't even remember what happened.
And so the fact that the first 15 minutes ruined the entire movie, it was unnecessary. Like, honestly, the movie would have been a stronger movie if you took out the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, apparently. You said it was great. And then you said it was awful.
No, it was really good.
What happened in the first 15 minutes?
So, what happens in the first 15 minutes is you find out, like, because, like, for, like, a bit, you're like, why? Like, I understand, like, their daughter is deaf, but, like, they seem to be, like, openly slightly more, like, excuse you, don't do that. Like, not necessarily, like, they're, like, more, like, hyper vigilant of everything that this little girl does. And you're like, well, why is that? Is that because she's deaf? And then you realize, oh, why? Because she murdered them. Like, she literally, like, murdered her little brother.
Okay, so that is the battery. Like, he has the battery and makes the noise.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the right move. Okay.
Yeah. And so it's, like, one of those things where it was, like, I guess, but, like, I didn't need that. I didn't need that to be in the first 15 minutes, because what they could have done to make it slightly better was sprinkle, like, in, like, through flashbacks throughout the movie about why they were treating her so hypervigilantly, why she was like, oh no, I can do it, and they were like, no, you can't, we can't trust you. Like, we have lives to, like, think about, and because you don't hear and you can't hear the noise that these toys are making, which is why you're not necessarily like concerned about it because you can't hear. You know, loved that they had like an actual deaf actress though.
Yeah.
Like there's like certain things about like the production of the movie I love, but I was like, damn, if they would have taken out the first 15 minutes of the movie, would have been brilliant. Would have actually been a brilliant horror film. But because they like put the first 15 minutes in, I was like, yeah, no, didn't care. It was like one of those things where it's like I didn't watch the first 15 minutes and cared throughout the entire rest of the movie, watched the first 15 minutes and then watched like the rest of the movie and did not care. It was like I didn't care. Erased everything. I didn't like it. Like, it was crazy because like the friend that I missed the first 15 minutes with, we went and saw it again together to watch the first 15 minutes. What did she to see? Oh, same thing. We had the same opinion about, oh my gosh, that was so good, and then walked out of it like seeing the first 15 minutes, trash.
Yeah.
It was like, I just think that like there are certain things that I cannot stand about mediocre horror.
Yeah.
And it is we're gonna tell you everything in the first 15 minutes.
It's sprinkle it in, and that's why. And then it's so good about that.
I think that it would have been better if you sprinkled it in, or just had that as a backstory for your like actors, and then like, you know, moved on, like cut that entire part out because it was unnecessary for your like it's so unnecessary to spoon feed your audience that much. But you know, we were talking about this last time about how much media is made to be recycled and put on the background and not be the main thing you're watching anymore, because everybody's glued to their phone, everybody's scrolling while they're watching something, you know. Yep. And so it's never like this very truly like we're focused in on anything. But I just feel like that's the thing about horror, is that like if you don't explain it, it's better.
Yeah.
Like if you don't spoon feed your audience, it's brilliant.
Oh, and that's why I know we talked about it a lot. I just need to rewatch it because I keep bringing it up. But Hill House. Yeah. And how they just this dawning. So oh, fuck. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
But yeah, I mean, I really think that you should watch Bring Her Back. Okay. I think you're going to really like it. I think you're going to watch it. Like, I think you're going to really like it, actually. Because
maybe I'll watch it tonight with Avery and sister.
Me. I don't know about Natalie. I feel like Natalie would be fine. I don't know if Avery's going to like this movie.
They did really like Midsommar.
Yeah. So actually I had a lot of people like that couldn't finish Midsommar.
Okay.
Specifically due to the cliff scene.
Wow, odd. I mean, that was wild, but okay.
I mean, okay, spoiler. We're going to talk about this movie for a second. Spoiler alert. I mean, he literally commits suicide, and then they show his head smashing on the ground. Which personally,
you're right.
Yeah. When that happened, I was like, oh, this is brilliant.
I know, same. I was like, that is amazing. I love this.
I loved it.
Oh God, I forgot that it was that. I don't know why.
It was a very visceral scene.
Oh no,
it was extremely visceral.
It was.
And that was the point where a lot of people that I talk to that are like not crazy big horror fans, which is why I'm like, I don't know if Avery's gonna love it, because I think you really need to be a horror fan to watch this movie.
You think I like it?
Oh yes.
You're like, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I think you're gonna watch it, and me and you we're gonna talk about the same scene.
Oh, I'm so excited.
There's multiple scenes that I want to talk to you about, but there's one where I was like, this was so good. Like it was really good. So good. So good. And I really need you to watch it.
I'm so excited for you.
Good. But yeah, there are more moments like that. Multiple moments. That is extremely viscerally gory.
Okay.
And I think, I think you're going to like it, because I know us, and I love gore and you love gore. Yeah. And so it's like this is like overall a very gory horror movie. which is why I don't know if Avery will like it.
They haven't really seen a lot of horror movies, so they don't really know what genre of horror they like yet. I know that they did like Midsummer. But, like,
but like this
God, I really forgot that once again suicide, and then
this is like Midsummer like ramped up. Like the amount of moments of visceral gore that happen in this movie is substantially more. Okay. Like this isn't one moment. Like I'm like not like, oh, like it's one moment. Like no. You reach a point, a threshold in the movie where you're like, yeah, okay, we're here.
What is happening?
That's why I'm like, it was really good. No, I mean, I don't really think that you question like necessarily what's happening, but you're also like,
we're here now.
We're here, and this is so good. Yeah, and I'm like literally lapping that shit up. Like,
I love that. I love that.
I really liked it, and I just think that like for instance, like there are certain like ones of my friends where I'm like, yeah, no, I know that they could not watch that movie,
and that's okay.
You know, like especially because like if they couldn't get through Midsummer, they're not going to be able to get through this movie at all.
Midsummer,
because Midsummer's like gore and like horror is like not. It's not the same.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because Midsummer had
the same.
The cliff.
Yeah.
And then it had
the naked sacrifice.
Naked sacrifice.
And then they had the hanging in the barn. Technically you didn't see the hanging, you just saw the feet, but you could understand what happened.
Yeah.
You know. And like that's the thing is like the amount of actual visceral gore on screen for Midsummer was very low.
Yeah, because I feel
the only like big one that was on screen was the cliff scene.
The cliff scene was
and that's like, you know, like the cliff scene is like one of the first of all I love that movie.
It's a good movie.
I love that movie so much, and I think that it is so good, and I think that the foreshadowing in that movie is brilliant.
It's so good.
It is actually brilliant. And like there's a lot of depth to it. And if you are actually like sitting there and like analyzing it, it's a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
Very, very beautiful. But like I said, there's a lot more moments of visceral gore in this movie than there is in that one.
Okay. Well,
a lot. Like the whole second half of the movie. So like that's what I mean. Like I don't know because Avery hasn't watched a lot of horror. This is like one of those things where
throwing
it's like
them in the deep end.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Like throwing them just like straight into the deep end because this is like it's you need to watch it because you will love it.
I love that. I know that.
I don't know if
my
anybody
sister
else
hasn't
will,
seen
but
much horror either.
That's good. See, that's the thing is like I feel like I feel like your sister is like slightly more like I feel like they could hit. I don't know. I don't ever know what she likes. So it's like I don't know if she would like it either.
Huh. Well, we'll see. We'll put it on and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. It's very interesting. And I actually, like, me personally, I really thought this was, like, such a good movie.
I love that.
It was really good. And I highly recommend it.
I love that. Well, I'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
I'll put it on and see what happens. Because you've seen the Saw movies too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I saw those when they were coming out.
Yeah, I saw the latter half as they...
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun.
I was really young when I started watching horror films.
Those were fun. We watched those in my dad's thing, like, back to back to back. We watched, like, the first 3.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've ever seen the first one.
It has more plot than any Saw movie.
Yeah. I was like, yeah.
It's unfortunate, but yeah, I
remember watching the first one and, like, the reveal at the end. I was like, wow, how interesting.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like the
first 3 I feel like
love
like
classic horror. And there are Like, and there are certain classic horror slasher series that I will always love and I will always think that are great, but deep down inside I do know the storyline is shit.
Yep.
There is no through line, and we only did it. I feel like, I mean, personally, I feel like that's like what the genre of like a slasher is just gore. Like, it's supposed to be just blood. It's supposed to be just gore, and there's not really supposed to be necessarily like this crazy through line.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember thinking, like, I think it was the first 3, I was like, okay, because in the Saw movies, like, we're tying it together, and then after that, I'm like, okay, how does that, I'm confused. You're tying something together that is not, hold on.
Yeah.
Like, why are we tying back to that? Because you added that in to tie it to that, and that was unnecessary.
Yeah, seriously. And it's just
but
like
the traps are fun. I will say the traps are fun.
Yeah, the traps are always fun. And, like,
they are.
That's the thing, is, like, it's hard because, you know.
Do you have a favorite trap? Well, and do you have a favorite trap?
For the Saw traps?
Yeah.
I don't know. I will admit, Saw is not necessarily my favorite series, so I think I've watched it the least.
I think I've
only watched it 3 times through.
I've only seen them once or twice.
And I don't really remember it that much, but I was like, I can tell you, like, my favorite, like, Jason's kill, and I can tell you, like, my favorite Freddy's.
I love that.
And things like that, but I'm like, Saw, not really. Although I did like the, like the water compression chambers, like when they were like getting like smushed, but then also filled up with water. I was like, that was very interesting.
That was interesting. I remember the trap where the guy that killed the man's daughter, was like on the cross-esque thing, and then it twists
that one was good.
Twists his leg and then twists his head.
That one's really good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, actually, that one's a really good one.
I loved that one. And then he, I think, shot the gun or something. Like, the...
Yeah. I was like, that one's actually a really, really good one.
Yeah, I think that one's fucking good. I like that one. Also, like, the acid, putting your hand in the acid to get the key.
Yeah, I was like, putting your hand in, like, the boxes, like, either acid or, like, knives and saws.
Oh, my God.
Like that.
I just remember I remember them so vividly because I remember the trap where you have to put your hand in the acid to grab the key, but then, like, the metal pieces were drilled into her ribs.
Yeah.
And then it flayed her open. I was like, holy
I was like, oof, that was so good.
That was so good. I was like, holy shit. Great. So
have you watched any of the Terrifiers?
Mm-mm.
See, I've only watched Terrifier 1, and I kind of want to get into the series because, like, it is, like, art is now, like, so big.
Yeah.
Kind of funny that people say that he's a clown because he kind of reminds me more of a mime, but, like, you know, is what it is.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk. He's silent. He wears black and white. Okay. There's signs, but it's whatever. But yeah, no, there's one kill in the first movie that I think you'll love because I did love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really love how we went from talking about The Good Place to
murder. Murder, mayhem, and death, and blood and gore. But also, if you really love gore, another thing to, like, kind of, like, get you into, like, an anime-adjacent thing is I do think, once again, I'm going to say it again, Castlevania. You really need to
want to watch that. I do.
You need to watch it. It's so good.
Okay, I'll watch that. You watch Black Sails because I think it's leaving in, like, a month. I'm upset about it. But
is it really? Okay.
I don't know for sure. It's not 100% confirmed, but if Starz does not renew their contract, it's leaving on April 17th.
Damn, that's so soon. Okay.
I do have them all saved on my laptop.
Oh, good.
Because how the fuck? And because they're saved on my laptop, we could do watch parties on Discord.
Ooh, so fun.
Yeah. So good. Let me see. But because it's leaving, I was like...
I love that. You really should watch Castlevania.
My first reaction, when I heard that it was leaving, I went, well, there goes Kaylee. She's not going to watch it.
No, because here's the thing is, like, I'm sure that it'll pop up on, like, some other streaming site, you know?
It's on,
like, yes, it's on Netflix now, but, like, I'm sure it's, like, gonna pop up somewhere else. Well, because, like, Starz also has a contract with Hulu, which is probably why it's going off of Netflix, because they're switching over to Hulu and Disney Plus.
Imagine, like, the fact that, it's okay. This is not a show.
Or they're going to switch over to HBO.
Yeah, so like they'll probably go somewhere, but it's my first reaction was like, that goes convincing anybody to watch it.
Yeah,
because it's like right now it's only on Stars. It'll be only on Stars for a bit, and I'm like,
okay, well, I mean, just gotta,
or you can just watch it with me.
Yeah,
but and I feel bad. I don't want to pressure you into watching it because I want you to watch it because you want to.
I mean, it's like one of those things where it's like Ashley is like, oh, you have to watch these things, but you should never watch any of the shows that I recommend. Have I recommended Castlevania so many times? Have I watched like Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter Forever? Yes, I have. I've been doing it for years. Literal years. Years before she's even discovered Black Sails. Years before she's even discovered Black Sails. And then she's like, no, nobody ever watches my recommendations. You watch one episode, I'll watch one episode, okay? Let's go.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, because Castlevania's episodes, I think, are 30 minutes, and so is Hunter. So
cool.
You watch one episode of each, and I'll watch one episode of Black Sails, because Black Sails is an hour.
Yeah, they are.
So.
Cool.
Let's see
we'll
it.
report back.
Yeah, we'll do it.
So many things to report back next week.
I know. But I'm serious. You should really watch Bring Her Back. I'm gonna recommend
that.
this. Like, you should really
the pitch that you did sounded so good.
Be like, yeah. You just need to watch it. It's so good.
I'll put that on.
It's really really good. Yeah.
Watch it.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of it for me. Yeah. Honestly, I have no more recommendations for you.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for coming and listening to our Void of Nothingness. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you guys watch any of the movies or have any, like, hot takes about the show, also, tell me what you guys thought about The Good Place. And
I think we're gonna get
and what you guys thought about that. No, because I know that it's kind of a hot take not to like it, because I know that so many people love it.
Yeah.
So many people love it, and I'm just, like, not getting the hype, and I just,
And that's okay.
Yeah. Also, like, tell us who your favorite characters are in this series and things like that. Drop it down below. I hope you guys have a great time and a great week. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and if you want to help us in any way, we do have a Buy Me a Coffee link in our bio. But once again, thank you guys so much for listening.
And the last thing we want to say to you is,
what did the void say to you?